Hello everyone. So this is day one after my lumpectomy, and if you're in the same situation as me and you want to join in with me in adapting a yoga practice, then you're very welcome. Please remember though that everybody's surgery is different, everybody's body is different, and your reaction to your surgery may be very different to mine. And so first of all, foremost, to follow the advice of your nursing team, and then if you'd like to join in, please do so with care and with awareness of your body. So we're going to start with some exercises that the nursing team actually supplied to me. I'm going to run through those, and then in the following days I'll try and do one practice a day. I'll try to incorporate them to make them a little bit more interesting into some more general yoga poses. So we're going to start by standing in a comfortable position and bringing your attention to the body, and particularly the area around your wound. Any sensations coming from there? It might be a little bit sore. You might feel as you move a little bit of stiffness and a little bit of stretch. Feeling is okay, but particularly in these very early days after the operation, to go very carefully and cautiously. So we're going to start by inhaling and drawing the shoulders up towards the ears. Inhaling through the nose, a nice smooth breath. Hold it there for a second. And then as we release the shoulders down, we're going to breathe out through the lips. And again, a nice, smooth, easy breath. So we'll repeat that a few times. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders up. A little pause at the top. And then breathing out through the lips. Trying to make that a nice, long breath. Again. Trying to fully release the shoulder blades down the back. And then we'll place the fingertips on top of the shoulders. And we're just going to do some very gentle circles, not taking them as wide as we normally do. So normally we'd take the elbows out as wide as we could, but we're just going to do some quite small circles. And keeping your awareness on the sensations around your wound, seeing how that feels, seeing if it feels okay, and carefully and cautiously, maybe just making those circles a little bit wider, like a spiral. And you'll find that as you get a little bit wider, there's a little bit more sensation coming from the breast and maybe under the arm a little bit. And just go as far as you can, as far as feels comfortable for you, not pushing the body, treating the body with kindness. And then we'll turn and go the other way, and we'll go back through the spiral, making the circles gradually smaller. And just a free breath with this one. Allowing the breath to flow smoothly and freely until we come back to a little point and you can release the arms down. So we're going to bring the fingertips back to the shoulders and have the elbows down by your sides. As we inhale, we're simply going to raise the elbows forwards so that the upper arm becomes parallel with the floor. And exhaling, coming back down again. So it's a nice, gentle movement, coordinating with your breath. So waiting for the breath before you start the movement. Trying to finish the breath and then finish the movement. sorry, finish the movement, then finish the breath, sorry. So the breath encapsulates the movement, surrounds the movement. So I think it's quite a good idea, if these movements feel okay for you, to try and do them more than once a day. Say 3 times a day in this first week. And then bring the elbows back down, keeping the fingers on top of the shoulders. The next movement's going to be out to the side. So as you inhale, taking the elbows out, pointing them outwards. You might feel a little bit more of a stretch on this one. And exhale, come back down. So a slight stretchy feeling is okay, as long as we're not moving into any pain. And if that's the case, go back to a shorter, smaller movement. Or maybe no movement at all, and you can check with your nurse whether what you're doing is okay. So coordinating the movement with the breath. Start the inhale, start the movement. Finish the movement, finish the breath. Little pause there before you start the exhale and start the movement back down. And then placing the arms back down by the sides. And just noticing how you feel. And we're going to take the hands behind the back. You can either place the backs of the hands directly on the back, or you might try bringing the hands into reverse prayer position, palms together. Just choose what feels comfortable, or you can maybe hold the opposite elbow. So this one's quite simple. As you inhale, you're simply going to slide the hands up the back. They won't be able to move very far, that's okay. And exhale, let them just slide back down towards your waist. Inhaling up and exhaling down, and we'll just do one more. Breathing through the nose, a smooth, easy breath, and then release the arms. So for the last one in this series, we're going to take the hands behind the head. You can either just bring the tips of the fingers together or very lightly interlink the fingers, whatever suits you best. As you inhale, just press the elbows slightly back, and then exhale, bring the elbows together in front of you, squeezing them together. Just being conscious of the pressure that's putting over the area of the wound and the little stretch that happens as you take the elbows back. Keeping your attention there, making sure that we're treating the body with respect, respecting the trauma that's happened to the body. Exhale, elbows together. And inhale, take them back, stretching across the top of the chest. And one last one. And take the arms down. So they're the ones that are recommended by the NHS for the first week after surgery. And we'll carry on doing those in various ways. So the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to work with a sankalpa or affirmation. And we're going to use a very simple movement with this. So as we inhale, we're going to press the arms back very gently, having the palms facing forward. And you can just look up towards the sky if you like, open across the chest, very slight feeling of stretch across the breast tissue there. And as you exhale, bring the hands to some part of the body. You can bring the hands to the heart space or to the breasts, to the stomach, whichever part of the body you like. And as you inhale, you're saying to yourself, I invite well-being into my body. And exhale, bring the hands as if you're bringing that well-being physically into your body. And you can just look gently down towards the floor. Repeating, inhale. I invite well-being into my body. And you can choose some different words, anything that resonates with you. You could maybe use the words health and healing. I invite health and healing into my body. And feel as if you're physically drawing those energies into your body. Maybe you'd like to bring them across the chest as if you're enclosing those feelings into the body. And we'll just do 2 more like this. Inhale. I invite health and healing into my body. And this last time we're going to keep the arms where they are, wherever you choose to place them. You can close the eyes if you can still feel balanced. And think of someone that you love, or something you love, maybe a pet, a dog or a cat. And allow that nice feeling to come into the body, that feeling of gentleness and softness. Feeling the muscles soften, the joints loosen. You can bring a gentle smile to the face. That feeling of kindness, gentleness, coming into the body. And then you can take the hands down. So we're going to do some very gentle asana now. So you can take the feet so they're underneath your hips, standing in a comfortable position. And we're not going to really use the arms a lot. We're going to minimize the movement of the arms. So you can just keep the hands next to the thighs. And on the inhale, just feel as if you're opening up the chest. You can maybe look up a little bit. And then on the exhale, we're going to bend the knees and the hips. Feel as if you're placing the bottom down on a chair pose, and at the same time the hands can just glide down the thighs to the knees. Tuck in the chin so you're looking down towards the floor. And inhale, coming back up. Again, just that opening across the chest, maybe look up. And so we're going to continue with an affirmation, a sankalpa. I invite well-being into my body. Whichever words you choose to use. In fact, we'll change that sankalpa a little. We'll say, I invite health and well-being to flow through my body. So that feeling that we've invited into the body is starting to flow through and permeate every little part of the body. Down the spine, down the legs, to the feet, down the arms, to the hands and the fingertips, the neck and the head, all joining in. So you can bend your knees as much as you feel able to. And then as we carry on with this, we're going to start going a little bit lower. Keep bending the knees quite strongly. And make it more of a forward bend, if that's okay for you. If forward bends are okay for you. Otherwise, carry on with the chair pose. So it's an inhale, opening across the chest. And as you exhale, bend the knees, run the hands down the legs, all the way down to the feet. And relax the head and the neck. And to come up, bend the knees once more, bring the hands up the legs, keep the back straight as you come all the way up. And we can carry on with that sankalpa. Let health and well-being flow through the whole of my body, from the crown of my head to my toes, all the way down to my fingertips, and giving your legs a little massage as you come down. Just taking them down the front of the legs and down the backs of the legs. And we'll just do that one more time. May health and well-being flow through the whole of my body, down to the tips of my toes and up to the crown of my head. And we've given the legs a nice massage, so the rest of the body shouldn't miss out. We can give the rest of the body a nice soothing touch as well, so we can come to the lower back, might need a little bit of attention. Around the torso, and pay a little bit of attention if you have a wound in the breast or under the armpit. Just give that a nice soothing touch, nice and gentle. And then maybe the neck, shoulders, and don't forget the head and the face. Always feels good. And then take the arms down. So we're going to do an adaptation of warrior pose. So stepping back into warrior, we're going to step back with the right leg to start with. Hips facing forwards. Legs feeling stable, so you've good contact with the floor. And we can either place the hands in the previous position that we did, with the hands either in reverse prayer, holding the opposite elbow, or the hands just resting lightly on the lower back. And as we inhale, we're going to bend that front knee. Nice feeling of opening across the chest, a very slight pressure taking the elbows back. Just appreciating that little bit of stretch on the breast. As you exhale, I'm going to gradually straighten that front knee and start to pivot forwards from the hips, bringing the spine so it's parallel to the floor. And inhale, coming back up. And we're just going to move gently between those two positions. And we can continue with the same Sankalpa. Let health and well-being flow through my body. And let me continue to show my body kindness and care, even after the end of this practice. I'm going to carry this feeling of care for my body into my daily life, so my body feels safe and cared for. And we'll just do one more on this side. Moving comfortably with the breath, keeping the breath nice and smooth. If your breath becomes agitated, then just stop and take a pause. Allow the breath to calm down before continuing. So we have plenty of time, no rush. And we'll come to the other side and adjust your position so you feel comfortable. Inhaling, bending the front knee, and just noticing, is there any difference on this side? If this is the side of your wound, you might feel a little bit more pressure on this side than you did on the other. So moving with care, moving with awareness, treating the body with kindness and respect, and feeling that nice glow healing and health moving its way through the body, finding its way into every little part, every nook and cranny, Maybe feeling that as a warmth or tingling feeling. And we'll just do 2 more. So you're adjusting the speed of your movement according to the length of your breath. If your breath is quite short, then make the movement a bit shorter or faster so that the movement always fits within the breath, or at least coordinates with the breath. Coming up. And when you're finished, stepping the feet forward, relaxing the arms. So we're going to come back to focusing upon the Sankalpa that we used before. So having the feet a comfortable distance apart, the body feeling stable and secure. And as we inhale, just taking the arms out to the sides, just having the palms facing forwards, pressing the arms back slightly and looking up if you like. And exhale, bringing the hands to whichever part of the body you prefer. Bringing health and well-being into the body. Inhale. And exhale, bringing those energies into your body. And we'll do 1 more. And wherever you choose to place your hands, as we inhale, feeling that those energies of health, well-being are coming into the body, and as you exhale, feeling them accumulate in that part that you've chosen. So I'm placing my hands over my heart space, which is also happens to be where my wound is. So inhale, I'm drawing in those good energies, and as I exhale, I'm feeling those energies growing in that place that I've chosen to place my hands. So we'll take a few more breaths in this way. Inhale, gathering those nurturing energies, and as you exhale, feeling that feeling deepen in that place you've chosen. Now feel that the hands are absorbing those energies. From that place we've chosen those energies to deepen and grow. The hands are absorbing that healing energy. Maybe the hands start to feel a bit warm and tingly. If not, that doesn't matter. And now we're going to place the hands wherever the body feels it needs. You can place them over your wound. And feel those healing energies moving into that place. And there might be other parts of the body that feel the need as well. Maybe the abdomen. Or the lower back, maybe. Maybe the hips or the knees. You choose your place. If you choose your knees, it might be a nice idea to sit down to do that. And just keep the hands there, feeling that transfer of energy. And so now we're going to come down to the floor to relax. You can either place the legs on a chair, or you can place a cushion under your knees, or you just have the knees bent. So I'm not going to lie down, I'm just going to talk you through. So if you choose to lie down with your knees bent, you can maybe just steeple the knees together so that there's no effort involved in keeping them there. you make yourself comfortable upon the floor or on the chair, having the hands maybe either side of the body with the palms facing up, or you can bring the hands to a part of the body, maybe one hand on the chest, one hand on the abdomen. That's always a nice choice. And just take a minute or two just to settle the body. Wiggle the shoulders about a little bit, maybe turn the head from side to side. You might like to cover yourself with a blanket to keep yourself warm. And just checking that the body feels comfortable, relaxed, warm, and feels safe. And now bring your attention to the flow of your breath. And just noticing the breath coming in through the nostrils, flow of the air, flowing past the throat down into the chest, and from there to the abdomen. And the exhale, the abdomen drops back, the chest contracts a little, and the air flows back out through the nostrils. So just noticing this flow of breath, completely natural breath, not trying to control the breath. And the body looks after the breath to do exactly what it needs to do. You might notice sometimes there's a bit more of a deeper breath. Sometimes it goes a bit faster or a bit slower. The breath is looking after itself. The body is looking after itself. There's no need to worry about the body. Everything is going on just as it should be. Noticing this expansion of the abdomen with the inhale. And the gentle contraction on the exhale. You might notice the skin stretching with the inhale and back down with the exhale. You might feel the ribs moving, muscles working to move the ribs. And see if you can take your attention inside the body. How does the breath feel inside? Send your breath around the body, just searching for any sensations it can find. Maybe some movement in there. And feel that you're welcoming your breath. Welcoming your breath with a gentle inner smile. As your breath is bringing in with it well-being, health and healing. As you exhale, the breath is taking away all the things the body doesn't need. With every inhale, the body is filling with well-being and being emptied of everything you no longer need. And keeping the awareness on the breath. Noticing how the breath is. No need for judgment. So we'll come back to our Sankalpa. I welcome well-being into my body. I welcome this feeling of well-being that pervades my body. May my body be healthy and well. May I take this feeling of well-being into the rest of my day. And to start coming out, to finish the practice, we'll just take some deeper breaths. I normally say take the arms overhead, but that might not be appropriate today. Just take some little movements into your fingers and toes. You can maybe bring the knees over the chest, rock from side to side very gently, and then rock over to the side that hasn't been operated on. Stay there for a few moments before coming up to standing. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this practice. I hope it's been okay for you. Thank you.